Hi y'all! So today we're going to compare EveryDollar with GoodBudget. And so these are both budgeting systems available on the web as well as Android and iPhone. So let's get into it. Let's get into paid features. So with EveryDollar, it costs $8.25 a month, and the yearly cost is $99 a year. And so with that, you'll be able to sync up your bank accounts and the transactions will filter into the application, but you still have to do some work. You will still have to categorize those appropriately because it will not do it for you. So with the GoodBudget app, it costs $6 a month and $50 a year, but with it, all you do is get unlimited envelopes, some more system support, etc. It will not link to your actual bank account, so I don't really see any point in getting the paid version for that. But we're comparing prices, and there you go. Let's talk about platforms. So EveryDollar and GoodBudget is available on the web as well as iPhone and Android applications, and we're going to talk a little bit about those later on. So let's talk about the pros of EveryDollar and the pros of GoodBudget. Starting with EveryDollar, it has a very clean and modern interface. I like it. If you like pretty things, then it's pretty. Okay, that's a plus. Like I said earlier, if you're into the baby steps, then of course that's already built into the application, so you don't have to worry about trying to remember which baby step is which. Another thing is that you automatically get unlimited budget categories and spaces for your budget every month, and so you don't have to pay extra for that, so that is a great plus. Another thing that I like about EveryDollar is the ability to split your transactions when you're putting them in throughout the month, as well as to share your account, and last but not least, the perks of being able to highlight your favorite categories. And so we use both of these applications only for the cash envelope system. We do it digitally, and so one of the perks of EveryDollar is the ability to highlight your favorite categories. So if you spend the most in your groceries, your gas, like the most frequently, then you can put a little star and always put it at the top of your application. Some of the great things about the website is that you can see your category percentages on the side, and so I'm going to show a screenshot of it because I can't act it out in my mind. But yeah, so you see what I'm talking about, and so I think that is a really great perk. So now let's talk about the pros of GoodBudget. The first one is that it's fairly easy to use. It doesn't have all of this extra fluff like the EveryDollar app has. Like, it's just basic cash envelopes. That's what it is. You don't get anything extra on there, and I appreciate that because I don't really need all of that other crap, but some people do. Another great thing is, unlike EveryDollar, you can budget bi-weekly, semi-monthly, weekly, as well as monthly. So that is a really great thing. Another great pro for their application on the phone is that when you're typing in your transactions, it actually pre-fills the company information. So if I'm at Target and I'm starting with TA, it'll finish it for me. With EveryDollar, we've been using it, doing like a review trial. We've been using it for about 6 months, and I swear I have to fill out every single thing, and that's annoying, okay? Like, you need to remember that I love Costco, okay? Another cool thing about the GoodBudget app is that it gives you encouragement and reminders when you are going throughout your month with your spending. So for instance, if I have $50 in my leisure and I have spent $49, it's gonna say, hey, whoa, like you need to slow down, and it will give you how long you need to wait until you can start spending up. If you are on track, it will also let you know that you're on track and that you're doing great with your spending and your pace with your spending. So I think that's really cool. You get a smiley face, you get a sad face. It's all great. Another pro for a good budget is that it has spending reports. And I love that. We use these applications in conjunction with our Excel, but if you don't have like an Excel spreadsheet, then it's always good to see how you're spending from month to month, what's your heavy hitter categories, so you can adjust accordingly for the following month. And so you can look at your spending by envelope, by month, by payee, so who you're paying the money to, as well as a few more categories. I'm going to put them up on the screen right here. So I really do appreciate that spending report. And now let's roll into the cons. Alright, so now we're going to look at the cons of EveryDollar. The first major one is with the phone app. If you're in the back of Costco, as you can see I love Costco, and you don't have any internet service, I'm sorry, you cannot look at your budget, you can't update it because it's not going to work. Like, you have to have access to the internet for it to work, which it sucks. Okay, that's a con. Another con is that you can only budget monthly. And so if you like to budget twice a month, you can't do that. Like, you're going to have to put your monthly information in there and just, you know, divide the categories in half in your mind. So that's one of the other cons. Another con with EveryDollar is that you can't see your average spending. Like, yeah, you could click back to each following month, but it doesn't give you a running total. Like, hey, you spend this on average in your groceries, or hey, you do this in gas. And so that sort of sucks, because the whole point of a budget is that it's fluid. It changes over time. And so if you can't see the months where you spend more or what you can work on, then what's the point, you know? Okay, let's look at the cons for GoodBudget. With GoodBudget, it is a learning curve. You have to like fill in the envelopes and all of that good stuff. But stay tuned, I will be showing a video of how to use both. And the other con is that you have a limited amount of envelopes. So if you have more than 10 regular spending categories, then you're gonna have to use something else. But usually we only put our spending categories, not every single bill, because that is coming out automatically. We're not paying for that with cash or with our debit card. And so only put your groceries, gas, leisure, all that great stuff. But like I said, I will be having a separate video for that, so stay tuned. Now let's wrap up. Okay, so now for the wrap up. With EveryDollar, you see the pros and the cons. I believe it's great for people who need a all-inclusive budgeting system, because you can put your entire budget into the application for free. And so if that's what you need, go with EveryDollar. For people who just want something to digitally track their cash envelopes, GoodBudget is awesome. I love the way that it paces you throughout the month. It gives you your little smiley faces and your sad faces. It's so much easier to use, and it doesn't have a whole bunch of crap that you have to filter through if you do have another budget. So if you write out your budget, have an Excel budget, then use GoodBudget. That's a lot of budgets. So honestly, in my opinion, either one is great. It just depends on what you're looking for. And so I hope that this video helped you. And don't forget to comment below which application that you use currently, or which one you're thinking about trying. And don't forget to subscribe. See you later. So in conclusion, you see the perks and